Last time on Melty Balance, we looked at one of Lumina's strongest and honest characters, Michael Roa. In this episode, we'll be looking at Lumina's most versatile character, voted for by you. Today, we'll be looking at the one and only Aoko Ozaki, a character who is insanely popular, has almost every tool you could want in a moveset, and is extremely strong, yet she doesn't dominate the meta like other characters. It's a general misconception that Aoko is a zoner. Yes, she does have zoning tools, but she is most definitely not a pure zoner. If I had to describe her playstyle in one word, it would be versatile, because Aoko can be a threat anywhere on screen. Aoko is a returning character from Actress Again, and if you can play her in that game, you shouldn't have much of a problem playing her in this game. She doesn't have all of her old tools, but her fundamental game plan hasn't changed, and she's even got some new tricks. In Type Lumina, some characters have unique traits. For example, Shiki's knife normals do chip damage, and in Moondrive, his unblockable becomes significantly faster. Aoko's unique trait breaks the rules of Melty. She gets one extra jump and one extra air dash, plus she can pop Moondrive to get another jump and air dash, making her movement options the most versatile out of the whole cast. It should be no surprise that the extra movement also gives Aoko fantastic and exclusive mix-ups. Aoko has a number of great normals that excel in close range. She's got multiple overheads, one of which starts up in just 22 frames that could lead to a full combo if paired with a properly placed orb. Her Meca series on 6C is an integral part of her combo game and has low and overhead enders that have use on hit and block. The one weakness her normals have is that they don't cover much range and they struggle to stop instant air dashes. But this weakness is more than made up for thanks to her plethora of special moves that cover a variety of angles. Browning Star Mine is a multi-purpose special move that covers Aoko's long-range ground game. The A version is a short-range laser that can be followed up twice and ends with a full-screen laser. It's great as a poke or combo filler. The B version, on the other hand, is a full-screen projectile that is plus on block, making it a useful zoning tool that can be a headache to maneuver around. Both normal versions of Browning Star Mine can be held to fire an even bigger laser that does some great damage. The EX version is a combo ender and a pressure extension tool that lets Aoko convert almost any stray hit into a hard knockdown anywhere on screen. That's pretty good, but wouldn't it be better if it was unreactable? Well, the Moonskill version has you covered. It's a 17-frame, full-screen projectile. It's not unbeatable though. Some characters can punish it from full screen, and because it's a Moonskill, its natural enemy is the shield. Because it's so fast, you can use it after B Browning Star Mine to frame trap. It's a really annoying tool to deal with in neutral since she can essentially just fire this out to check if you are doing something. Browning Star Mine is a cornerstone of Aoko's zoning that gives her threatening full screen presence and then some. Raining Star Mine could be seen as the air equivalent of Browning Star Mine, but it's not as versatile and really punishable if used incorrectly. It fires at a downward angle, limiting its use in air-to-air situations, but it's great at converting air hits into full combos. The Moonskill version is fast, and the EX version is Aoko's go-to metered combo ender in the air. Smart use of this tool paired with Aoko's unique movement makes Aoko's air game incredibly strong. I'll send you flying / I'll trip you up is a combo tool and Aoko's invincible reversal, but it does cost 1 meter to use. Where this move really shines is in its A and B versions. The A version is an essential combo filler, but can also be used as a surprise low if need be. The B version is also an overhead that I will admit has caught me off guard more than I'd like to admit. And the moon skill version is more of the same, but can be jump cancelled. Every character in Lumina has a special move like this. Shiki has his slide, CL has her dive, and Aoko has her flying kick. It's the glue that holds her combo game together. Rounding out Aoko's special moves, we've got Blazing Star Mine, an upward laser with a massive hitbox, making it a very strong area denial tool and anti-air. The A version has a generous hitbox, making it a great anti-air and a safe way to end your turn. The B version is plus, making it an effective pressure ender that can leave Aoko at a good distance to pester the opponent with her other tools. The EX version is fast and has an absolutely gigantic hitbox, making it good for punishes that land outside of Aoko's normal range. The moon skill version is like a lot of moon skills, really good and can be a risky reversal while in moon drive that can convert into a full combo and a ton of meter. Aoko's specials are a mix of up close to long ranged tools. Nothing so far is too crazy, but I've saved the best for last. The special move that defines Aoko and completely flips the rules of Lumina onto its head. Let's talk about the Orb. Floating Star Mine, aka the Orb, is the reason why you play Aoko. Orbs are a core part of Aoko's neutral, rounding out her game plan being an oppressive zoning and pressure tool. There are two types of orbs, Proximity Orb on 236 and Negative Edge Orb on 421. Aoko places the Proximity Orb on screen, and if the button is held, it will continue to move forward until it makes contact with the opponent. These orbs can be destroyed by normals and specials, but you need to be careful because if you get too close to the orb, it'll explode. The EX version of this orb is a bigger orb that can be used to pressure reset thanks to how plus it is on block. On the other hand, the Negative Edge Orb explodes immediately unless the button is held down. Then the orb will stay on screen and can even be walked through until the button is released, which will result in the orb exploding. Also, the C version of this orb is not an EX move, it's just another distance variation of the other two. There is also Air Orb, which is the air version of the Proximity Orb that covers different spaces the ground orbs don't. The EX version of Air Orb is a crazy Oki tool and just takes up a ton of space. The Air Orb will replace a Proximity Orb if it's of the same strength, so if you do a ground A Proximity Orb and then a air A Proximity Orb, the air orb will come out and the ground orb will disappear. However, Proximity Orbs and Negative Edge Orbs can be mixed and matched to your heart's content, allowing Aoko to control vital screen space and create Oki that's really hard to challenge. Moon Skill Orbs makes this even easier. 4BC sends two orbs forward in a sine motion across the screen. 1BC places two Negative Edge Orbs with a gap between the two, and Air 4BC instantly sets two orbs right in front of Aoko, claiming precious screen real estate. The orbs are Aoko's most versatile tool, and if she gets her game going, you're gonna have a hard time getting out of it. When an orb is on screen, you have to respect Aoko, because she can pop it at any moment for instant plus frames. For example, say you block Aoko's 22 frame overhead in the corner. Normally, that would be the end of her turn, but if she has the orb up, that's no longer set in stone. That applies to everything Aoko does, because the orbs are her partners in crime and you're the one getting robbed. Outside of oppression, the orbs can also counter universal mechanics like shield. If Aoko has an orb behind her, she can punish B shield counter on block and get a full combo off of it. Something very few in the cast can do, and even fewer can do consistently. But for Aoko, it's as easy as setting it and forgetting it. One of the most broken things orbs can do is in relation to cross-ups. Type Lumina has built-in cross-up protection that allows the opponent to block both ways without having to worry about getting hit. With specific orb setups, Aoko can break this protection, forcing the opponent to guess a true left-right. Although these cross-up breaking setups do have counterplay, but that doesn't matter because this is just another tool Aoko has in her toolkit that adds to her versatility. These examples were just a small sample of the true utility of the orbs. When Aoko has orbs on screen, she gets to dictate the flow of gameplay, and it's up to you to find an opening and shift the momentum in your favor. Aoko is a character who has a little bit of everything, but avoids being a jack of all trades because of how powerful her tools are on top of the versatility of the orb. Basically, she is everything the Count of Monte Cristo wishes he could be. That being said, if Aoko has all of this sauce, why doesn't she see more play in the meta and in general? Well, to put things simply, Aoko is just really complex and requires significant time investment. She's got more movement options than normal, all of her tools are very unique, and she can convert off of a lot of them. A lot of beginners are drawn to Aoko, and I can easily see them being overwhelmed while trying to learn her and the game at the same time, leading to them getting frustrated and ultimately dropping the game. As for the competitive side of things, her versatility is again the problem here. Yes, she has every tool you could want, but you gotta put the time in to be able to use every tool effectively. She's got a lot of moving parts, and if you're trying to be competitive, why would you pick Aoko when Roa, Tarkuade, and Powered CL are right there and are much simpler to not only understand, but use effectively? Her combos specifically have a lot of links in them, and this isn't the biggest deal on paper, but if you're playing casually online when lag is at play, it becomes easy to drop these, and if you're a tournament player, you don't want to worry about your nerves messing up that tight link in the game-winning combo. Despite all of that, I don't think it can be argued that Aoko isn't an amazing character, and if we were all robots and played Type Lumina at peak efficiency, everyone would be playing her. And if you like Aoko, you should play her and stick with her because you're getting a character who has amazing zoning that is complemented by rushdown that make even the most defensive players flinch. We need more Aokos in this world, and who knows, maybe the next best Aoko can be you, because I can tell you, it's not gonna be me. And there we have Melty Balance Aoko. How do you feel about Aoko's current place in the game? Do you think she needs buffs? Do you think she needs nerfs? I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. Anyway, now that she's out of the way, what character, weak or strong, should I cover next? Please let me know in the comments. But until that time comes, bye for now.